Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Captain America the First Avenger, Marvel's Hydra Soldier Dark Threat Deluxe Mission Pack. This figure set is part of the movie series of Captain America action figures and was first released in 2011, shortly before the Captain America live action movie. This set I found at a Target selling for only $9.99, which is a little bit cheaper than other retail stores, which were selling it for anywhere between $12.99 to $15. Taking a look here at the figure here in the packaging, it's actually pretty neat. It's a larger Hydra Soldier compared to the single-carded version, and has some armor pieces, some weapon accessories, and some blast effects. So pretty neat for a deluxe mission pack here. And you got the nice picture, of course, of Captain America there, or at least the movie version of Captain America, and the Avengers Assemble logo at the top there. And here we have the back of the package. We have a nice picture here of the Hydra Soldier, or at least the Deluxe Hydra Soldier. And we have here a description. And we have other items from the Captain America lines. We have here a Captain America disc launching shield. We have here a Captain America hero mask. And here we have number 2, probably from the deluxe packs, the Captain America Paratrooper Dive. And we'll be right back and have this set out of the package. Alright, we have the Dark Threat Hydra Soldier out of the package. And overall, this set is actually pretty interesting. There are some minor quibbles I have with the actual figure itself, very minor. But overall, a very interesting set. As you can see here, this set comes with quite a few accessories, and we'll go ahead and take a peek at the accessories first. First up, we have here one of 2 different types of blast effects. This pair here are a, I guess, fire effect. And it's made of a translucent yellow with some orange and reddish paint on there. It's actually pretty neat, a little flat for the fire effect. It would have been nicer if it was conical in shape or more round in shape. But still, it's actually pretty neat. This is the first time I've seen this kind of design on a fire effect there. And the next set of blast effects are the more typical cotton swab or booger shooters, whatever you want to call them. But I guess this is supposed to represent either ice or energy. I'm not sure. We'll have to see when the movie comes out. But it's kind of neat how this set comes with 2 different types of blast effects on here. Now these blast effects do fire out of these here, and I guess these are the blasters, a pair of blasters on there. And if I can get it into focus, there you go. And it's actually pretty neat. I think this closely represents the blasters in the movie. I've only briefly seen it in some commercials, and they look similar. It was kind of hard to compare based off a commercial, but it's actually pretty neat. It's not like other, I guess, gimmicky accessories or firing accessories where they're a little oversized. These are, I guess, they are larger than you'd expect them to be, but not comically large or overly large. And I think it actually fits the character pretty neat. And each of these blasters do fire those effects. There's a spring within each one. I'm going to show you some more detail on this blaster. And you can see where the figure's arms go in there. I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent, but that's a little bit softer rubberized material compared to the rest of the blaster, where it's a little harder plastic on there. And it's just molded plastic, no paint, but it's still a nice color plastic for the blaster, where it doesn't look cheesy as some other unpainted accessories. But to fire the effects, you just place it in this light blue cylinder here. Just stick it in there until it clicks, and then there's a button on the bottom. You just push on that and it'll fire the blast effect, and it's a very strong spring. And the figure does get 2 of them, which is kind of neat. And next thing we'll take a look at the piece of removable armor, chest armor, which is actually pretty neat. It's very detailed, and it's made of a softer rubbery type plastic here, but you can see the details on there. It's actually pretty neat on there. On the shoulder here, you can see some of the sculpted design. Looks like some straps going over the chest here. You can see some of the armor beneath the straps there, and then the belt. And it's kind of cool. I don't know if that's a cooling fan in the back there, but it looks almost like a turbine on there, but it's still kind of neat. And you got, I don't know what these are, fuel rods or what, I'm not sure. And then you got some stuff going along the belt here, and on the top of the, or the back of the figure's head would rest right here. I don't know what those are, but pretty neat. And there is one pegged in area for you to fasten the armor onto the figure, not 2 but just 1, so it's a little difficult getting the armor piece in and out of the figure if you don't have the arms positioned right on here. And we'll go ahead and put this on the figure after we take a look at the figure. And here is the Dark Threat Hydra Soldier without his equipment. You can see some of the details on the figure. First up, the head sculpt, which is rather neat. Armored, I guess, head there. And I don't know if that's the Hydra logo there on the ear there or not. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think that's an insignia there, which is pretty neat. And you got sculpted detail on the chest. It looks like he's wearing a shirt here with some straps. And then you got more of this sculpted design similar to the shoulder armor there, but I guess beneath the armor that runs down the length of the arm. On there you got some straps, and you got some more, I guess, some more straps, and you got some sculpted detail on the belt there, which is pretty neat. Down below you could see some sculpted detail on the pants, some pouches, which is actually pretty neat. And further down below here you got some detail on the boot area, some knee padding, which is actually pretty nice on there. Let's go ahead and get the armor onto the figure here. And you really have to get this arm here, his right arm, through the loop if you want to get the figure strapped in here. And like I said, it's a little difficult getting in and out if you're not used to doing it as I am. This is the first time I've actually put this back in, but it should just go over the figure like so. I'm a little rough with that, and there we go, got it on. And get the peg into the peg hole there, and here's the figure with the armor on there, and it's actually pretty neat. It fits alright. These are made of softer rubber on the shoulder to allow the articulation, which is kind of neat on there. And we'll go ahead and put the blasters. You can see that the forearms fit in there. They don't click into place, they just fit in on there. And you can see the hand over there within the blaster there, and it's a nice snug fit on there. And oops, I got that one upside down. We'll go ahead and fit the other one on there, and you can see the figure here all geared up. And put the blast effects on there, and it's actually kind of neat. I really do enjoy it. It's actually pretty cool. Now, going over the articulation of this figure, and this is where the figure suffers a little bit, and it seems like most of the deluxe pack figures are more limited in articulation compared to the single carded figures. I don't know if that's a sacrifice that Hasbro has made. You get all this nice accessories, but the articulation suffers just a little bit. It's not too much, it doesn't suffer too much, it's just a little bit. But going over the articulation, the head does go all the way around, and really doesn't go up and down, just very slightly. And I don't know if it was meant to go up and down, but just really like nodding up and down there. The arms do go out and in, and they do go all the way around, even with the rubberized armor in place there. There is no bicep articulation, but the figure does have bends at the elbow, a hinge joint at the elbow, and as well as a rotation on there, so it can go all the way around. There is no articulation on the hands or at the wrists, so I think it was meant that way to accommodate the blaster. Although, to me, it looks like they could have gotten away with a swivel cut, but they decided not to do that. The major, I guess, weakness on the articulation is there is no waist swivel on there. I'm not sure why they did not design that. It looked like it would have been perfectly fine if it had a waist swivel cut there, but they decided not to put one there. The legs are on this semi-ball hinge joint, so you really have to manipulate the hip joint here if you want to get the leg forward or backwards. So where it's positioned right now, it allows the leg to go outwards, but you really have to, like I said, play with the hinge joint there if you want the leg to go upwards and back downwards. And there is a swivel cut, so it allows the leg to go all the way around. The knees do bend on a hinge joint here, as well as go all the way around. And there is no ankle articulation, no cut, no hinge on there. So that's the limits on the articulation, both at the hand, the feet, and the waist especially, and the hips here. Even though they have some decent articulation of the hips, that you really have to move that semi-ball joint there. Overall, I think this is a really great figure. Despite the articulation, you do have all of these neat accessories. Some folks may not be fans of these accessories, these gimmicky blasters, but I think this one is actually pretty decent, especially the blaster itself. It's not overkill on the size. It's a little bit bigger, but I think it's more appropriate to what was in the movie, or what will be in the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but based on what I've seen in the commercials, I think this is actually pretty neat. Over here. But overall, decent figure, and I do recommend picking them up if you see them, especially if you want to build an army of Hydra soldiers. And this is my casual peek into the Captain America the First Avenger Dark Threat Hydra Soldier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.